On you, Adam.
Wait, do you think Valley's like been doing this?
And hello there. Welcome to Wayne Hills, Wayne Valley Girls Lacrosse. I'm Dylan Oren King here with Jared Pohl. Today we're going to talk about a couple things before the game here, Jared. All right, let's get started talking about Danielle McCall, one of the better players on girls lacrosse. So what do you think about her season so far this year?
Well, I think that she's definitely, as a senior, she provides both leadership and excellent play. You know, all the younger girls, it's a very young program. The girls lacrosse team here, they look up to, her as like a player to, emulate, and just having her on the team, her presence is very good.
Absolutely. Now, Jared, we were talking before the game, and one of the things you said was that this Wayne Hills team is really trying to represent something special this season. I think you can elaborate on that a little bit more.
Well, yeah, specifically today, it's the Wayne Lacrosse program as a whole, both Hills and Valley. They have a lacrosse day, and they've been doing this for 8 straight years. This is the 8th annual day that they had lacrosse day, and this year, I guess, they decided to have the proceeds for 2 Wayne Hills students. It's Matthew and Jake. Both of them are lacrosse players that live in Wayne, and the lacrosse team decided to raise money for both boys. As Matthew, he's trying to recover from a catastrophic car accident that he was a victim to.
Very unfortunate, yeah.
And Jake, he's suffering from a rare type of cancer, and it looks like he's recovering very nicely though.
Well, that's good to hear. Wayne Hills really trying to emulate, really trying to be a very big school supporter. Pride in Wayne Hills is very big here, and we try to keep that steady streaming. So right now, coming into this game, Wayne Hills has an overall record of 6-4, while Wayne Valley has a record of 8-2. Now, Valley looks to be the winners of this game, but we may see an upset today, as this Wayne Hills team is very good and has been having some great games. What do you think about Wayne Valley, though, Jared?
Well, with a record of only 2 losses, they come to play. They're a very tough team, that record. I'm not really sure who they lost to, but it was probably a very close game. And, Wayne Hills, Wayne Valley, doesn't matter what the records are. You could throw the records out the window. They're fine, the game will be, I think, a very close one no matter what.
Well, as the players begin to enter the field here for Wayne Hills, of course, one player that I really am looking forward to seeing today is, of course, the player that I mentioned earlier. But on top of that, I'm also looking for a couple other players to come out today and really show why they're a part of this team. Of course, all players on the varsity team are good, but Jared, who do you think could really be a star of the show today?
I think you want to see the goalies and the seniors show up today. Specifically, I think Danielle McCall will score a lot of goals. I've heard that she's a very good athlete. She's very good at lacrosse.
Absolutely, Danielle McCall, one of the leaders of this team here. And if you take a look at the stats, 32 points overall in a game, or overall for the season, actually very good for any player, including with 27 goals. Very impressive. I'm also looking for Lexi Patania to really show up this game.
Yes, Lexi, she's also a very good player, a lacrosse player.
And looks like Valley taking the field again today. And last time Wayne Hills took the field was yesterday against Pascack Hills, where they lost 13-5. And Wayne Valley, last time taking the field, was the 26th, which was against Wells Milford, where they won 15-11. So one team coming in with a loss, the other one coming in with a win. So right now, how do you predict that this game is going to... How do you predict score-wise how this game is going to turn out here?
Well, I think that Wayne Valley, with their record, and it seems like they have a size advantage. It looks like they have a lot of very tall girls on their team. I think they'll come out on top, but I think Wayne Hills will put up a very good fight. I think it'll be a very close game, maybe decided by a goal or 2.
I actually agree. I think that it probably will be decided by a goal or 2. And a very nice day today. Sunny, not many clouds, although it does look like some more are coming in. It was pretty clear earlier. and a lot of wind today, so that might affect how the players are able to pass the ball around, and maybe it will affect some of the trajectory of many of the balls today. And looks like the refs are possibly getting ready to start the game here. So before the game gets started, Jared, is there anybody on Valley's team that you think is going to be a real key contributor today?
Well, I'm not too familiar with Valley's team, but it looks like they have a player, Carly Neverd. I think she's a junior. She has 35 goals in the season, which is a very impressive stat. I think that she'll score a couple goals.
Definitely seems like a good player, looking at some of the stats here. So the ref takes the center of the field. Looks like they're getting ready to begin. Though it does look like a Hills player kind of running out to her position there. And looks like the game is about to start. And the ref about to call it, and calls it. Both players rushing to the ball. A bit of a scramble, but it looks like Hills is going to try to keep possession here. And possession is kept by Hills, running down the field. A quick cut to the side, and a nice pass to number 8. Tries to move up the center of the field, really pushing the offensive here. Pushing wide a little bit to spread out the defense. Looking for passing options. He's going to make a nice pass. And is going to try moving towards the center of the field. Makes a rush. And is going in for goal. And is blocked. Very good defending by Wayne Valley early in this game. Pass goes behind the goal and is going to push forward. And is still running down to the 50-yard line. Still pushing forward. Hills defense trying to close in on the ball here. Left open right on the pass. And a foul is going to be called. Very early on for Wayne Valley, trying to push forward and trying to score here. Valley in a very good position to score here if they can only convert it. He's going to shoot, and it's a goal for Wayne Valley very early in this game, making the score 0-1 in Valley's favor.
It was a nice goal right there. They really capitalized off the penalty shot. They're within distance, very close distance to the goal, and bottom left side just sniped the ball in, and it's 1-0 Valley.
Well, still very early in this game, so a goal is very good for Wayne Valley early off, but Hills still has plenty of opportunities to turn this game around, and hopefully that'll be able to happen very soon by the looks of it. So, Jared, early off, we've already seen both offense and defense for both of these teams. And what do you think about that real quick?
I think that both sides, there hasn't really been too much momentum in either team's favor. They both look like they're about equally matched.
Gonna have to cut you off, Jared, as Valley gets possession of the ball and is rushing it straight downfield again. Shots, and it's blocked. Shoots again, it's blocked again. Great job by the Wayne Hills goalie there. Scooped up by Wayne Hills. And looks like another foul going to be called on Wayne Valley. It's going to end up in Wayne Hills' possession. Already 2 fouls called in this game so far on both teams. Hills player now rushing down the middle, trying to spread out a little bit though, moving now towards the left. And another foul is called. Looks like on Valley. Game restarted here, and Hills is pushing back down. Looks like the Wayne Valley defense, though, is really trying to close her in, prevent her front, and looks like she has to move back because Wayne Valley did close her off. Looking for passing options and does pass it now. Looking for a couple passing options, maybe an opportunity to rush, but are just going to pass it again. And now the rush, moving into the middle. The Wayne Valley defense trying to stop her, and a foul is called. Looks like it's called on Wayne Valley again, putting Wayne Hills in a great scoring position now. And it's called. shoots and misses by a narrow margin. Looks like another foul was called on Wayne Hills. Wayne Valley gets the possession, moving out to Wayne Valley's left, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Wayne Hills will get possession as Danielle. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. Wayne Valley will keep possession. Ooh, and Danielle McCall knocking the Wayne Valley player down. Looks like a foul was called, and Wayne Valley will keep possession here.
Looks like a tough foul. The Wayne Valley girl went down pretty hard.
Yeah, it did. Just a little shove in the back and went straight down. Valley getting possession, moving back into the middle, running down the field. Being closed down, though, by two Wayne Hills players. Escapes it and overpasses her friendly player, but they keep possession with another Wayne Valley player in the end zone able to pick it up. Looking for some passing options with Wayne Hills defensive players all over the field. A very short pass to her teammate there, probably trying to open something up. Looking for some options here. Attempting to rush the middle. Gets in and scores to make it 2-0 in Wayne Valley's favor. And a great job there by the Wayne Valley offense, really trying to capitalize on what looks to be a lackluster Wayne Hills defense.
Yeah, it looks like they were unable to overwhelm. It looked like number 17 on Valley coming from the left side of the net and took a nice angle shot and it went into the back of the net. And that's why it is 2-0 here. It looks like Wayne Hills is going to have to make an effort to hustle a little more on defense. It looked like Danielle McCall was running very fast down, towards her own side of the field, but it was not enough to prevent a goal.
Yeah, it didn't look like enough, but yet again, only 20 minutes left in the first quarter, so still plenty of time to turn this around here. Ref calls it, and Hills gets possession in a very good spot here, running down the middle, really trying to push the offensive here. Loses the ball, and a foul called on Wayne Valley in Wayne Hills' favor. Wayne Hills will get possession here in a very good spot to score and possibly make it 2-1 here if they can. "20 minutes and 4 seconds left." Called it, and Hills scores, making it 2-1.
Nice goal. Looked like it went 5-hole on the goalie. Very good concentration and ball placement on that play.
The foul definitely helped there, putting Wayne Hills in a very good position to score that last goal. Already plenty of fouls called here in this game. What do you think about that, Jared? How do you think that's going to affect this game?
I think that whoever capitalized the most off their foul opportunities, that's is going to win the game, because we've seen 3 goals already. 2 of them have been because of fouls.
Absolutely, with 2 players from both Valley and Hills scoring because of fouls. The ball is flung up into the air, and Valley comes down with possession, running down the center of the field, turning right, trying to look for an open person to throw it to. Misses, but it looks like Valley might be able to pick it up. So will Hills. It's a little bit of contest. And Valley ends up with it, and it's blocked by Wayne Hills. A great job by the Wayne Hills goalie there. Already 2 blocks in this game. But Valley will end up with possession and is trying to make a move on the goalie. A good spin there, but a foul is called. Looks like on Wayne Hills. And Valley will end up with possession here. So another prime position to score here from a foul. Let's see if Wayne Valley can capitalize on it now. Called, rushing towards the middle, and scores again, making it 3-1, and the second score due to a foul. And a great job there by Wayne Valley.
Yeah, number 23, she capitalized off of the penalty. She came in off the left side, and she threw down a shot. Looked like very low, but Wayne Hills keeper was not able to block it.
This Wayne Hills keeper already early game letting in 3 goals. A little bit much for early game, in my opinion, but yet again, still a lot of time, and a lot of time is a good thing for turning around games like this. So we'll be able to see how they do later.
That's right, Dylan.
Ref calls it. The ball goes up in the air. And Valley swats it down and is going to be able to take the ball here, running down the right side. A little bit of contact there as the ball and is given to Valley during the foul. So Valley's going to end up taking possession here and is probably going to try to rush down the middle if I were her. And the play is called. Valley starts off a good pass to the right. And it's thrown. And looks like it was a score. Another one by Wayne Valley, making this game a 4-1 with a 3-point deficit for Wayne Hills to overcome.
Yeah,
now,
tough.
Jared, it looks like this, sorry to cut you off there, but it looks like this game is already beginning to get away from them at Wayne Hills. How do you think that this early game is going to change the rest of it?
Well, you see, really, in sports in general, whoever gets the upper hand early usually capitalizes on it, and it might be too late for the other team to come back from such a deficit. I mean, it's only 3 goals, but if Wayne Hills lets any more goals in, it could be looking like a very far deficit.
I agree with you there. The ball is flung up into the air with Valley maintaining position, running along the right side, cutting inside to avoid the defender. Wayne Hills player poking at her back, trying to get the ball. Still running down the right side and is probably going to look to pass here and does to the left. Wayne Hills player coming around, passes inside, shoots and scores again to make it a 4-point deficit for Hills, making this game 5-1 in Valley's favor. And the wind really starting to pick up. You know, I talked about it earlier, the weather affecting this game. And if it gets any worse now, this game is probably going to be changing pace here.
Yeah, there's a sudden burst of wind. You can see there's like a sheet of paper flying across the field. It looks like a tumbleweed out there. The wind's very, very strong.
Absolutely. A lot of wind today, and it looks like a timeout was called. So 5-1 now in Valley's favor. Jared, be honest with me here. If you're Hills right now, what's going to be your top priority? Are you going to focus on the defense to prevent Wayne Valley from scoring any more goals? Or are you going to go on offense here, send it all out, and try to even up the score?
Well, I think that by focusing on offense, that helps out the defense, because we haven't seen Wayne Hills be on the other side of the field since really the last time they scored. That was a couple of minutes ago. So I think if they could get possession on the other side of the field, I think that will ease a little bit of the pressure off of their own goaltender.
You know, pressure, something that Wayne Valley has been really easy to come across today, and is really pressuring this Wayne Hills team to try to come to capitalize and trying to overcome a deficit here that they might be able to. We've seen them do it before, but right now, I don't know, it merely makes you call into question here with a deficit like this so early on. And I mean, if they get any more points, it might become a deficit that they might not even be able to overcome.
That's true, but we've seen with Wayne Hills, Wayne Valley Sports, it seems like Hills always falls behind at first, but like we saw in the national title game and also the other Hills football game earlier in the year against Wayne Valley, it seems like they come back towards the end of the game and they wind up winning, so maybe that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's something we both saw, the national championship for football, which was a great game, ending in overtime with a fumble by Wayne Valley. Very unfortunate for Valley, but very fortunate for Hills, and a touchdown that might have been able to put away the game for them. So it looks like Hills and Valley retaking the field again here as the game is going to start back up again. So early on in this game, 5-1, 18 minutes, 7 seconds on the clock, and it looks like Hills might be taking a little bit more of a defensive position here. If you look like it with Valley, really looks like it's going on offense here.
Yes, Wayne Valley has had no bars like hell. They've gone all out, and you could really tell that they're putting a lot of effort into offense rather than defense.
And Valley able to take an early position, but loses the ball and is picked up by Valley, and a foul is called. And it looks like it's going to go to Hills here, and they're going to keep possession. Play is called with Hills running down the center of the field, swarming in right and taking a hit there. Goes down, and a yellow card is shown for the Valley player.
Very dangerous check right there. Very close to the player's head. And as we know, the girls don't wear helmets, so.
Yeah, that is true. You know, lacrosse, very physical sport. You really need a lot of players on the field, and looks like Valley's might be able to lose one here. Let's see if Hills is able to capitalize on this right now. Play is called with Hills, making a quick pass, and is going to shoot and scores, making this a 2-5 game in Valley's favor.
Nice shot by Wayne Hills. A little far out, but very good accuracy. Trying back the net.
Well, absolutely, and you know, great tactics there to be able to make the pass and then be able to make the shot, and with a great opening there, which was really given to it by the foul of the Valley player. And right now it looks like both teams are going to reset, and Hills probably wants to go on the offense here and really wants to try to capitalize on this.
And what I find interesting is if you look at the Wayne Hills goalie versus the Wayne Valley goalie, you can see at the Wayne Valley goalie, she's so much taller than the Wayne Hills goalie. You know what? Both the height and like the arm length, that also really helps as a goalie to block shots. Something interesting that might play into the game.
And Valley here able to take possession early on and is running down the left side of the field. Is going to cut in towards the middle. Is going to shoot, and it's blocked by the Wayne Hills goalkeeper. Valley retains possession on the right side and makes a pass again on the right. Looking to switch the play of the field, but it's going to actually move over to the center. A pass to the right, which is well defended by Wayne Hills to try to gain the possession here. But it looks like a foul is going to be called in what looks like to be Wayne Valley's possession. And right now it looks like Valley is going to start off here on the right, pushing around to the back, and is going to run through a block there, trying to cut back into the middle. Might be able to go for a shot here. Does, and is able to convert it for a score, making this game a 6-2 game in which Wayne Valley is up by 4 points.
Yeah, it looked like the Wayne Valley player right there was unopposed at all. I mean, no sticks in the middle trying to, get the ball away from that Valley player, and that's why the scoreboard looks like it does.
And something else that I thought really showed there was the Wayne Valley player's ability to get past the blockers, shifting and moving all the time. That's very hard to block somebody, especially when you're just moving around and are being unpredictable in front of the goal. And the pressure put on the goalkeeper for that situation is tremendous.
Yeah, it looks like Wayne Valley is unfazed by any contact that Wayne Hills has been providing.
Wayne Hills keeps possession of the ball here, and the ball is knocked out of the Wayne Hills player, but is able to keep possession on the left side of the field. Passes it back to her teammate, who's going to cut inside the middle, and a foul is called. And it looks like Hills is going to be able to keep possession here, and a very good spot to score. So let's see if Hills is able to convert here. 16 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Ref calls it straight towards the middle and is able to score. Great job by the Wayne Hills player there, making it 6-3.
Yeah, it looked like that was Danielle McKnight right there. Nice job by her to capitalize off of the penalty.
Absolutely. Really trying to bring this game back for their team. And so already we've seen a lot of fouls turn into scores here. We commented on it earlier, but it looks like it's really not going to go anywhere, and it's just going to stick around for a while. So what do you think about that, Jared?
That's right. It seems like the penalties are going back and forth. It seems like that's been resulting in the most scoring opportunities for both sides.
A lot of scores put in through fouls here, and it may not be the last. Wayne Hills keeping possession here, running down the middle of the field, more towards the left though, and is going to try to cut in. Still trying to push the advantage here, trying to score, and does convert it, making it 6-4 with Wayne Hills beginning to close this gap here. Now this is something that Hills really needs to continue doing here, really trying to continue to close the gap here. 2 more scores and they can tie this game up, Jared. How do you think they're going to be able to do that going into the rest of this game?
Well, I think, they have the momentum right now on their side, which is a great thing in sports. And not only that, it looks like they've been winning their faceoffs. And, whoever wins that faceoff, that's where the ball's going to be in their possession. So unless, a Wayne Valley player is able to knock it out of their stick, winning the faceoff will be very vital to scoring for Hills.
The ball is tossed up and possession knocked out by the Wayne Hills player. But it looks like there's a little bit of a group for the ball, and Wayne Valley coming out with it, cutting towards the middle now. Covered by blockers here, though. Is not going to get very far. Going to pass it to her teammate, who was looking for another passing opportunity since Wayne Hills' defense has really been trying to close in on them. Is really trying to look for an opening here. Can't seem to find one. And is going to pass it towards the middle of the field again, trying to spread out. The Wayne Hills defense here is going to rush in but find nothing and pass it out to their right. And is looking for some more passing options here. Not really trying to cut it in, so they're not being so aggressive anymore. It looks like they're just trying to be a little bit more tactical as the ball makes its way onto the left side of the field. And they're just passing it around more towards the middle. And still not pushing at all. Not really any aggressiveness, just trying to bide their time here and make an opening instead of forcing one. Looks like a couple open players in the field, but unfortunately that pass sent the ball back. And they're just kind of tossing it out to the middle of the field here, trying to spread out the defense, but I don't think they're biting here, and they're just staying really tight. As it kind of looks like a bunch of Valley players kind of circling the goal like sharks here. And now it looks like they're going to try to push in here, really trying to get closer to the goal. And a foul is called. And it looks like it's going to be on Hills, and Valley going to be in another prime position here to score. So it looks like their patience paid off as they have a good opportunity here, and it's blocked, but another foul is going to send them back into another prime position to score with that foul here. Well, we've already seen a lot of scores here, so this might be the next one.
A tough break for Hills.
Well, not so much as a tough break as it is just a waiting match at this point, with Valley being very meticulous going on. And blocked well by Hills after the play was called to make sure that did not convert into points. Valley going to retain position again and spreading out the defense yet again, trying to create something here and taking it nice and slow for now. It looks like they're going to try to rush in here. Looks like it worked. They spread out the defense, but it was blocked well. And looks like a Valley player fell there. Did not call it, but a Hills player on the ground, and it looks like they did call that. And so Hills will have possession now. Maybe trying to push it on the other side of the field and really trying to take advantage of the position that they're given here. Finally getting the ball back after a while. And she's going to try to push in here, making a good cut to the center of the field. The pass missed and is still going. Looks like Valley is going to retain possession again. 12 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock here as Valley is rushing down the side of the field, and a penalty is called on what looks like to be Hills. So Valley will keep possession yet again and is really trying again to push in more towards the goal. It looks like she's pushing in middle. A nice pass that is fumbled with the stick here a little bit. Could have been a a great position if she could have kept the ball in it, but didn't come out of it much. A fumble pass there, which is picked up by Wayne Hills. She's going to be running down the right side of the field, and a foul is called on Wayne Valley. Wayne Hills now rushing down the right side of the field. A lot of pressure from Wayne Valley now, and a good pass towards the middle of the field. And looks like the Wayne Valley player tripped up the Wayne Hills player, and a foul is called on Wayne Valley. And Hills will be retaining possession here again. So we've seen two offensive taking very different strategies here, with one really rushing in and the other one taking their time. And there's Hills. The ball was knocked out of the Hills player's stick, but was managed to keep possession due to some great skill playing by the Wayne Hills player. The ball tossed around a little bit, and is going to pass it back to Danielle McCall, who is just waiting for an opening here, waiting for the defense to spread out. Looks like they bite, and she passes it. And it's a little bit high, but the foul is called on what looks like to be Wayne Valley. And Hills is going to be in a prime position to score here. Danielle McCall shoots and misses by a near margin over the net, and is not able to convert on that foul. So Jared, so far we've seen two very different options for the offense here. We've seen patience and time, and we've seen quick action. So which do you think right now is going to be the better option to go with right now?
Well, considering there's a lot of time left in the game, and it seems like, they don't have to rush anything. I think when you rush like passes and stuff, it doesn't look like their passes are as crisp when they rush. So I think that if they take their time, evaluate what's going on with each play, I think that will be a better course of action for them.
Absolutely. Foul was called on that. Looks like Valley's going to maintain possession here, with a foul being on Hills. And Valley going to run down the center of the field, moving more towards the right now. Looks like tripped a little bit on the way there. Now out to the right, cutting into the middle, is left defenseless in open field, and is going to shoot but misses. And a pretty bad shot there. Looks like it was by a wide margin, the miss. But Valley is going to maintain possession and is right on the outside of the goal. She might be able to get a nice shot off here, but instead is pushed out by the Wayne Hills defense. Passing the ball into the middle, running out to the left. Looks like it's going to cut towards the center here. And a foul was called before she could get the shot off. And it looks like it's going to be on Wayne Hills, and Valley is going to maintain possession here in what is going to be a very good position for them to score, which they have done so many times in this game. And looks like a goal from Wayne Valley, making the score 7-4. And finally, another goal after what seemed to be like a very big deficit moving forward. And that took a lot of time for Valley to come up with another goal. So I think that the Wayne Hills defense really stepped it up there. I think they really, were trying.
Yeah, for sure. We've seen the ball on the other side, Valley side, for the majority of the last couple of minutes. So it's no surprise that once the ball was on Hillsides again, that Valley was able to eventually capitalize on one of their chances.
Absolutely. And right now, it looks like Hills may be able to bring it back, but there's 8 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock in a 7-4 game where Wayne Valley has the lead. And Valley maintaining possession there, cutting back towards the middle. A nice pass into the middle with a player running down, cutting. Oh, and a nice move to avoid the defender, but the shot is blocked. And the pass going very wide there to the left to meet the Wayne Hills player, but the ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like it's probably going to be a Hills possession here. Coach making some call-outs here, trying to really rally their teams for the final minutes of this game, or I'm sorry, of this quarter here. And Hills maintaining possession, and looks like a foul. The Valley player committed the foul, so Hills will be maintaining possession here. And Hills rushing down the left side of the field, and looks like it's being pushed out by the Wayne Valley player, and a foul is called in Wayne Hills' favor. Now it looks like game might be restarted. Hills maintaining possession. Look like the ref is calling out to one of the Valley players to move. And a nice pass more towards the middle, and a good move to avoid the Valley defender there as she's moving out towards the right now. A good pass towards the middle. Some open space to rush, but not much as the Valley defense comes in very quickly to close her off. And now just running around in the circle there, trying to find an opening. And gets a ball out now. And a nice pass out to the right side now. Still looking for an opening. Looks like they're doing almost exactly what Valley did. Just passing around the ball, looking for and waiting for an opening. Very, very patient. And trying not to push in that hard right now until they can see an efficient opening. And Danielle McCall now in the center of the field, looking for a way in, and is going to push in towards the center now. And a pass is overthrown and given to Valley, and they're going to rush down the left side of the field, still rushing down, even though, and a foul is called on Danielle, and the ball is going to stay in Valley's possession.
It looks like in Valley's possession, errant passes by Wayne Hills has really been hurting them.
Absolutely, and right now running down the left side of the field, cutting back for the pass, and almost an open field there to make a play and a score for Wayne Valley, making this game 8-4 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. So Jared, that took not a lot of time at all from the play to set up and score, and looked like a very big gap in the Hills defense there in order to for Wayne Valley to really capitalize on that play there. What do you think about that?
Wayne Valley, they've seen from like earlier in the game that they tried to be very patient with their approach, and it seems like Wayne Hills has been able to set up and counter any attacks they have. But it seems like whenever they rush and they don't give Hills any time to readjust and get into position, they've been able to score.
Now we're going to see some fresh faces on the field for Hills now, as they made some substitutes. And looks like Valley is going to head down the center of the field, passing it out to the left, looking for an opening, cuts back after two Wayne Hills defenders blocked her out, and looks like they're just going to try to spread out their offense and defense here and really be patient here, waiting out the rest of this time. They don't have a lot of time left with the lead, so that if they can just keep the lead here and stay in a very comfortable position, that would greatly help them out. Valley maintaining possession, just passing it around, keeping a very nice and balanced field of play here. Valley cutting into the middle, looking to make a play. The play did not exactly work out as planned, as the pass did not actually come. Sending it out wide towards the middle, trying to cut in, but two Wayne Hills defenders make that almost impossible. They're still just trying to spread it out here. Wayne Valley still just trying to capitalize on something here, whether they can get anything. But the Wayne Hills defense looking pretty shut down right now, not allowing much. And a Valley defender gets through and puts it in for a score.
Great
Again,
job.
making this game 9-4 in Valley's favor.
That was a nice shot by the Wayne Valley player to go up there and catch the ball, which was above the net, pretty high ball. And not only to do that, to turn and then shoot at the goal and make it in. Good job by that player.
Looks like the new player off the bench now for Hills is Holly Clancy, number 22. As right now, Wayne Hills is looking in a dire situation right now. In a 9-4 deficit with 3 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. And right now, Valley is in a very comfortable position right now, where Hills is not, and they really need to bring it back here in the final couple of minutes for this half. Called again, ball thrown up in the air. Valley almost got possession there, but it looks like Wayne Hills trying to keep it, but Valley does come out with it in the end, rushing down the middle, moving towards the left, still running down with Hills' opposition in her way, and is still able to come around and be able to beat her defender. Moves off, and it's looking like she's going to slow down her roll here. And is just passing it out to Wayne Valley teammates, again trying to make an opening here. With Hills, looks like it's just keeping a nice tight circle right in the middle and rushing out for anything that they can. But an opening left in the middle, and a nice block by the Wayne Hills goalkeeper allows this Wayne Hills team to try to come back now. Rushing down the field, trying to capitalize on anything she can, but loses possession here as Valley comes back with possession of the ball, rushing down the side, and is able to score once again with the weakness in the Wayne Hills defense, making this game 10-4 and looking like a very, very bad situation for Wayne Hills right now.
Yeah, with a 6 deficit, not only have they not scored in 6 goals yet, that deficit seems like a lot, and I don't know. There seems like there's a little bit of time to maybe come back a little bit, but I don't know. It seems like a pretty large deficit.
Absolutely, a very wide deficit now. Earlier in the game, it was not this wide, and we honestly thought they might be able to come back. They still have the potential to do it later in this game, but for right now, a very desperate situation right now with 2 minutes, 43 seconds on the clock, and a very desperate situation for Wayne Hills.
For any chance of a comeback, they really need to win this face-off.
For any chance of the comeback, they really need to be more aggressive as they lose the face-off. And Valley really rushing down the center of the field, cutting left. And a nice pass made there. Made more towards the right. And looks like they're just going to keep it slow and keep it low right now. Really not trying to push the advantage unless there's a deep opening in the Hills defense here, which has opened up a couple times, but not enough to, right now at least, to warrant any worry. Of course, that is something that they're going to need to worry about for the future if they're in this kind of deficit. Usually, Valley player pushing forward and is able to score once again, making it 11-4. And the gap keeps getting wider for these two teams, which this kind of gap I did not expect from these two teams coming into this game. I mean, if you look at it, Hills only has 2 more losses than Valley. I expected a more even game. But Jared, right now it doesn't seem like we're getting that much from them right now.
Yeah, it seems like those 2 losses that they've suffered more. It seems like 2 losses too many. It looks like 2 different levels out there.
Looks like a real gap out there. And just different two different mentalities right there. It just looks like out in this game. Hills gets possession, but a penalty called on Valley, and it allows Hills to keep possession here. And looks like Danielle McCall back out on the field here. Has possession of the ball, trying to move forward. And passed out, kept wide. And right now, Hills really needs to try to bring this game back. or else this is going to be very difficult for them for the rest of this game.
That's right, Dylan.
Right now, Hills just maintaining possession, keeping a nice open pace here, and loses possession of the ball. And Wayne Valley really going to try to rush back here. Not many defenders back for Wayne Hills, so if they can open this defense up, they can really get something here. And it looks like, although there are only a couple defenders back, it looks like they're still trying to push in. But it doesn't look like they're able to get much here, as their counterattack was mainly forced back. Right now moved out to the right, loses possession, but loses it again, but maintains it for Wayne Valley. And a pass out to number 17. Moves it back out to the middle. Shoots. And looks like it was blocked, with Hills getting possession, with Danielle McCall cutting in towards the middle, avoiding 3 blockers there. 2 blockers on him now. Cuts back towards the right. And a miss with the pass, but is able to be picked back up by number 22, Holly Clancy. Hills trying to keep possession here. And pass it back. Trying to maintain possession, but loses it through a bobbled pass. And that's it for this part of the game, with Valley 11-4 right now, and a wide margin between these two teams for Hills to be able to overcome. Jared, what do you think they're going to need to be able to do?
I think that they're going to have to score all out. I mean, defense is very important, but when you have this much of a deficit, you need to make sure that you score and do it quickly.
Couldn't agree more, but something that I want to talk about that just happened is the defense here. The defense for Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley, you can see the difference. For Wayne Hills, there's been mainly Valley has just been able to capitalize on just holes that have been able to appear in the Wayne Hills defense. That hasn't usually happened. I mean, holes in any defense always are able to come across, but not as usually as often as it's happened in this game. And Jared, how do you think that they're going to need to be able to fix that?
Well, I think that you have to put more players on that side of the field because, there's strength in numbers. And I think if you have more players surrounding the net, there's less, areas for the Valley players to have a free lane to shoot at the net. I mean, you can't shoot if there's people in the way. So get some defenders in the way of these Valley offenders.
Now, Jared, let's go to Wayne Valley here and talk about their defense, where there's been almost little to no options for Wayne Hills to go up against them on offense. What does the Wayne Hills offense have to do? What do they have to do to break this Wayne Valley defense?
They just have to generate shots and even more shots. I mean, we haven't really seen the Wayne Valley goaltender tested very much because their defense, other than their goalie, has been very tough. So I think that if they put some more shots up and test this goalie, see if she is a good goaltender or not, I think that will be key to this game.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break here, and when the game comes back, we will join you again. And this is Dylan Oren King and Jared Pohl signing off for now.
Water, Earth's most precious resource. With 75% of the Earth covered in water, many people may not even consider the damage we can deal to the environment by polluting our water. When water is polluted, it becomes undrinkable for humans and a dangerous habitat for the wildlife. If you live near the Pompton Lakes area, you may feel this effect stronger than other members of your community. Recently, after many years of pollution have left a mark on the once beautiful Pompton Lake, cleanup efforts have started in an attempt to recover the lake to its former beauty and make it safe once again. While these efforts have managed to make progress in restoring the lake, they could still use support to ensure that the lake is fully returned to us. That is why many organizations are forming that you can donate to help support the lake. Or you can help by just simply reducing your waste and making sure that none of the waste produced in your home or even your neighborhood ends up dumped in the lake.
And welcome back to the Wayne Hills Wayne Valley girls lacrosse game, in which right now the score is 11-4 with Wayne Valley in the lead. Dylan Orn King with Jared Pohl here. So Jared, Wayne Hills down by a large deficit here. What do you think they can do to improve?
I think that they could put a little more, not really effort, but a lot more aggression and more people on defense to kind of minimize on the damage that Wayne Valley does, keep the score a little closer. And not only that, I think that they need to make sure that they're really aggressive on faceoffs and they have the ball in Wayne Valley's zone and have possession.
Absolutely. And, Jason, what do you think that Hills could be able to do to bring this game back?
Well, what they should do is pass the ball around, get open and try to score to bring the
Well,
lead.
absolutely. Both key components of this game. And right now, Hills and Valley retaking the field here to begin half number 2. 25 minutes on the clock and a whole another half to go. And hopefully Hills will be able to bring it back right about now. So right now we've seen quite a lot of Hills players going on the field, some coming off, but a lot of them just trying to hold on to this lead right now as hard as they can. And right now, Valley trying to maintain the lead, Hills trying to take it. And I think the closest Hills got to a lead was only by 1 point in the first quarter. And right now, Valley taking possession, coming down the middle of the field. A good pass, getting past some Hills defenders, and cuts around to the left here. Maintaining possession behind the net. And is going to pass it out. Fumbled the pass and is picked up by Hills to maintain possession. And is able to run it down the field, still being blocked. And it looks like possession is going to stay in Wayne Hills here. Gwen Sang Austin here with possession. Able to make a good pass, but is picked up by Wayne Valley. But it looks like Hills gets possession back and is able to move the ball down the center and moves it over to the right here. And taking it across the right. Nice pass to the left. Moving over to the right. Looking to open up this Wayne Valley defense here. A good side step, but Wayne Valley quickly closes in. Right now trying to create an opening here. Number 8, Lexi Patania, trying to open up the Wayne Valley defense, trying to create something with the rest of her team. Looks like they're all kind of clumped up over on the left side of the field here. Tries to sidestep, makes a pass, and scores. Lexi Patania with 23 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. Hills makes it 11-5.
Great utilization of the spin move right there. She spun to the left, got past the Valley defender, and she put a nice shot in down towards the right side of the net and went right in. So we've seen that the Wayne Valley goalie seems like she's having trouble blocking the shots that are really low. So maybe that's something Hills can focus on for the rest of this game.
Well, hopefully they're able to, as the rest of this game has turned out pretty poor for Wayne Hills right now, looking to really turn this game around and bring it back. The face-off going to begin here, and Hills hopefully going to maintain possession here. Gonna try to bring it back. Thrown up in the air. With looks like Valley going to take possession here, running down the right side of the field. A good pass further up to the right, moving it towards the middle and back into the left. A good pass, passing it again towards the middle. Fumbled on the reception, but still able to maintain possession. And back out to the left for Wayne Valley. Further infield. Passing it towards the middle here. Behind the net, trying to make it over, but a Hills defender there. And back out to the left side of the field for Valley. Moving back on the field, passing it forward. Now looking to pass it back and spread out the Wayne Hills defense. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there with the Valley player. And a couple more miscommunications there, but Valley does maintain possession. Moving it out to the middle of the field, now back out to the left. The Valley player looking for any kind of opening in the Wayne Hills defense, but it looks like they're trying to pull the same thing that Hills did, and a block in the stick makes it Valley's possession on the foul, and again in a very good position to score again. Now we've seen this Wayne Valley offense score many times off the foul line here, and let's see if they'll be able to do it again. Play is called, shoots, and scores to make it 12-5 with 21 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock.
A nice shot by the Valley player right there. Nothing the goalie could have done about that. It was a really great shot.
Absolutely, and the foul absolutely contributed there with opening up a hole just wide enough for the Valley player to score through. And right now, Hills yet again put in that same deficit that they were in before. Still trying to bring it out, but down by 7 whole points. A very difficult thing to come back from. And right now, let's hope that they'll be able to do it. And the face-off here popped up into the air. And Hills comes down with possession, running down the middle of the field, passing by defenders, and looks like to be pushed over. With possession going to Hills. And another prime position to fire again and get another score. Looks like to be lining up, ready to score. And defense players ready to block her as soon as the whistle blows. Backs off, a nice pass towards the left. The Valley player loses her stick, and a nice block there. Ball knocked out of a Valley player's stick into Hills' possession. And backs off to find a pass in the middle behind the net. Hills really trying to be aggressive here and trying to score. Doesn't seem to be able to find anything open here. And looks like Danielle McCall loses possession and a pile on for it with Holly Clancy coming in and scores for Wayne Hills, making it 12-6, making this game with Wayne Hills only down by 6 points due to that score.
A nice concentration by Holly. She took a nice angle shot from the right side and went in, and I think that's her first goal of the day. Is that right?
I think it is, Jared. And great eyesight to put it into that corner there, and great ability to put it in for the score for Wayne Hills.
And something I've noticed is that they put a lot taller of a player. Looks like a freshman, number 9 on Hills.
Number 9 being Gwen Sang-Austin.
I think that might be wrong. I think that's actually
I don't know. The stats might be wrong here. Well, they've been wrong before. They might be wrong now. But right now, Valley looking to try to stop Wayne Hills here as the shot is blocked by Wayne Valley and a scramble for possession, but a foul is called.
And number 9, that's Ella Harris. She's a very tall player. They put her out on the face-offs, and the height advantage there generally help with catching the ball while it's in midair.
Ella Harris, looks like the name stats were wrong again. Looks like I'm going to need to find another site to use stats from. But right now, Hills back with possession here, looking to create something against the Wayne Valley defense. And they've been strong so far in this game, but it looks like Hills has been able to score quite a lot against them this half. So we'll be able to see if they come up with anything now that might be able to turn this game around. It looked like a little bit of a rough fight there for the ball as it's tossed out of bounds. Looked like by the Wayne Hills player, but they might be able to keep possession here. Looks like the ref called it. And right now, Hills still trying to come up with something against this Wayne Valley defense, and a shot missed there. Looks pretty light, but was still able to stay on target there, only missed by a small margin. And this Wayne Valley player rushing down the right side of the field, really staying in it against two defenders now. Spins out of one, sidesteps her, but Danielle McCall able to make the block. They keep possession though, so really without any help on that side, really, by the Wayne Valley offense. And right now, but Wayne Valley really trying to keep possession here. A great position, but misses only slightly. A really great position there from Wayne Valley. Still in a very good area to score. And just might be able to, if they do score, it turns into a 13-6 game. And Hills will actually get possession here. A little bit of a fumbled pass, but still makes it through. With Hills running down, trying to maintain possession here, as it almost looked like she was surrounded by Wayne Valley players there for a second. Is able to make something out of it. Coming out, fumbles possession, but a foul is called on Wayne Valley, and Wayne Hills will maintain possession here. Pass out to the center. Passes the blocker, shoots, and it's blocked. Great save by the goalkeeper there to keep this game going. And Wayne Valley gets possession here, making it down the left side of the field. Does have a defender on her, though, and is really trying to slow her down, but can't seem to do very much. Looks like to be really lacking some support by the Wayne Valley side. And right now, just trying to capitalize, and does score again, making this a 13-6 game, with again being a 7-point margin between Valley and Hills in what was expected to be a very close game.
That's right. We were not expecting this kind of result. It's tough break for Hills.
An absolute tough break for Hills. 6-4 overall, and the league 3-1. And I mean, it looked like it would be a very close game here, very tight, and a very competitive one. And it's managed to be competitive, but by no margin at all has it managed to be close.
It's unfortunate. You see in a lot of the players that there's a lot of effort, but it's a lot of tough breaks, like drop passes, missed shots, not capitalizing off penalties.
And Valley able to get possession here after the face-off. Rushing down the left side now, does have a Wayne Hills defender on her. Trying to create something, but doesn't seem to be anything made. Just going to pass it behind the net. Moving to the right and passing it back to the left. Still trying to make something here offensively with Wayne Valley. They've been able to do it before, so they can most likely do it again. With the ball right now on the left side of the field, and just trying to make an opening in the Wayne Hills defense. And right now, Wayne Valley shifted to the right side of the field, and a foul is called on Wayne Hills. And Wayne Valley will have possession here. Trying to rush in, create an opening. Isn't really able to make anything out of this, but a nice pass to the left. Trying to spread this Wayne Hills defense out again. A great sidestep and a near miss by the Wayne Valley offense. Looks like Wayne Valley will keep possession here. And looks like Wayne Valley will be sticking to the right here. Trying to sidestep her defender, and does. Passes it out and further into the back. Another pass towards the inside. Fumbled though, and Hills gets possession. Passes it out to the right side of the field. Rushing down, Valley quick to meet her. Holly Clancy now with possession, rushing down, loses possession but regains it, and continues running down with 2 defenders on her. Sidesteps one and loses possession here, with Valley rushing down the left side now. Looks like it's pushed out of bounds. And looks like Valley will maintain possession here. Valley now rushing down the left side. No defenders on her as she's able to make it closer and closer to the goal. Cuts inside, shoots, and is blocked by the Wayne Hills goalkeeper. A great block there. And now Wayne Hills losing possession, but a foul is called.
A great job by the goalie Jill Rogna to stop the ball right there.
Absolutely. Right now, Hills running it down. The side, Emily Gross having possession. Possession fumbled by the Wayne Hills player, but maintained. And looked like some contact there. And by the looks of it, the ref is going to be giving it to the Wayne Hills player. And it looks like it's going to be a very good place for Wayne Hills. Might be able to score here, but we'll be able to see what they're able to do with it right now. And right now is what a very dire game for them. Cuts over to the right. Doesn't move in very quickly. Passes it behind. Looking for someone to pass to try to create an opening. And this Wayne Valley defense here. Passing it out to the middle. Moving to the left. Passing it out. Just trying to spread it out. Danielle McCall here. Rushing through. Loses position again, but another foul is called. And it looks like it'll be going to Hills. With Danielle McCall now in a great position to score. The leading scorer on this team for Wayne Hills. Now we'll be able to see if she's able to convert something here for Hills. Throwing it in, and a block by the Wayne Valley goalkeeper, who was able to maintain possession in a great showing from this Wayne Valley defense. 12 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Really trying to look for an opening here. Fans screaming to their players to turn around. Hills almost got possession there, but it passed over her head with Valley maintaining possession, running down the middle, passing it out to the left, cutting middle. Possible score, but fumbles on the pass, and the ball is just going to roll out of bounds. And Hills going to have possession here, as Wayne Valley was the one who lost the ball out of bounds. Running down the side, a nice pass, cutting towards the middle. But with 3 blockers on her, that's going to be pretty difficult. And looks like a foul is going to be called on Wayne Valley, with Hills maintaining possession.
You got to give Wayne Valley talent. Every single time a Wayne Hills player has the ball, it seems like there's 2 or 3 Wayne Valley defenders on them.
Now the Hills player passing it towards the middle. Trying to create an opening here, rushing in. Cutting back now, passing it. And is picked up by the Wayne Valley player. Cutting out towards the right. Trying to create something here, but has Wayne Hills defenders all over her. And they're really trying to cut off her advance here, as this game seems to be up. Looks like a little bit of contact there from the Wayne Hills player, and the possession is going to go to Wayne Valley. Game resumes. Wayne Valley passing it towards the middle. Moving out towards the right. Has a little bit of an opening here, but is just going to move around the backside here. A Valley player looks to be open in the middle. Could have capitalized on it. Just passing it around the backfield now. Trying to come up with an opening here. Being very patient again with only 10 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. They have a wide margin of the lead, but that could change any second. And possession goes back to Hills, and now goes back to Valley. And Valley goes and gets possession could pull off a shot here, and does, and scores. With 9 minutes 52 seconds on the clock, makes the score 14-16, with Valley wide in the lead.
Yeah, down by 8 goals. With only 6 goals, Wayne Hills. You saw in some of their past games, they've been scoring 5 goals, 6 goals. They need to, I guess maybe next year, possibly this year too. They need to get that goal total up, because if you can't score, you can't win.
Well, plenty of goals scored in this game. Unfortunately, not all of them for Hills. And right now, it looks like a timeout is going to be called. So right now, 9 minutes 52 seconds remaining in this half. 14-6, with Valley dominating this Hills team. Jared, we did not expect this coming into this game. We expected this to be a tight game. How did this happen?
I think that the lax, well, no pun intended, the lax defense of Hills, they haven't been putting pressure on the Wayne Valley offense, their attack. So when you let them have wide open lanes towards the net, and you can't put any bodies in front of the net, they're going to score a lot more than you are.
Well, you're not wrong there at all. And right now, if Wayne Hills is going to come back in this game, it's going to need to be by a lot. And right now, I mean, I've been seeing some miracles in my life, but I am not sure if this is going to be one of them. I mean, we've seen the championship between these two games in football, which was also a major comeback. The other time that Hills and Valley played in football, there was another major comeback. The Super Bowl this year in the NFL was a major comeback. We'll be able to see if there'll be another one here today.
Yeah, everyone loves the comeback stories, but it's too bad this isn't football, because down by 8, touchdown and 2 points, that'd get you back in the game, but unfortunately, it's lacrosse.
And 1 point, 1 score, unfortunately. If only it counted for 7.
That would help right now for Wayne Hills.
Absolutely, but right now, Hills has to figure it out. I really don't know. I mean, if they can improve on offense and they can improve on defense, absolutely they'd be able to come back. But right now, it's all up in the air right now whether they can really pull this game back.
Yeah, I'd say we're leaning towards Wayne Valley victory, but that's no reason for Wayne Hills to quit. I think that they put in a lot more effort on defense and, hit all their shots that they're making. I think that they could narrow the lead.
Absolutely, and definitely players right now to look at on Valley. Who do you think that they are, Jared?
Well, you see number 17 for Valley. I think that's Never. She's been hustling the entire game. You look at her. She's running. She's well ahead of everyone else, both on her team and Hills. She's a very good player.
Absolutely, and right now we're just hoping that Hills is able to bring this game back.
Yeah. 35 goals on the season and probably a bunch more. It looks like she's scored a bunch of times tonight. She's definitely the best player on both teams on the field right now.
Well, right now, Danielle McCall leading the team with 27 goals right now. Hopefully she'll be able to lead this offense back. And hopefully we'll be able to bring this back. Lexi Patania with 8 assists. Hopefully we'll be able to create something also here today on offense, as both teams are retaking the field yet again. So, Jared, there's 9 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock. And now, at almost the end of this game, would you say you could put this game to rest? Would you say that the score is pretty much set and done right now?
I'd say with 9 minutes on the board and there's 8 goals to score, that'd be almost 1 goal per minute. And while I think that's very possible, I'd say it's very unlikely, especially at the high school level.
I do agree. And the face-off results, the ball being tossed up, it ends up in Hill's possession here. And they're going to rush down the field. but Valley is going to take it back and is going to run down the right side of the field, and a foul called on Danielle McCall. And you can kind of see there a little bit of frustration showing in her now due to the game here, and just almost broke two players' defense there. Passes out to the left side of the field, bobbled but maintained by Hills. Hills can possibly get possession here, and they do. Now trying to work the right side of the field, trying to bring it back to Hills' side. Just trying to run it back. And Valley maintains possession again, runs down towards goal, and is blocked in excellent fashion. And a foul is called on Wayne Valley to bring it back.
Great job by Jill Brogner right there to deflect that shot. That was pretty much a one-on-one opportunity, and she made the best of it.
Hills maintaining possession on the right side of the field and running down now. Has a Wayne Valley defensive player on her, but is able to break her off. Still running down, moving towards the middle now, and might be able to come up with something here. Keeps moving down, a good position, but is blocked by the Wayne Valley goalkeeper, who has been a key player today in this game. And passing it out to the left side of the field, going to run it back down, followed by another Hills player. Passes it up and goes out of bounds. And right now looks like Hills is going to get possession back. Right now just trying to maintain this play and trying to keep this play in action here with, looks like, Danielle McCall moving forward. And a foul was called with 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go in this game. And the foul was on Wayne Valley, so Wayne Hills in, again, a prime position to score. Now, earlier you said a goal per minute. Already they've missed then two. Shot low, bounced, but blocked.
It looks, bless you. It looks like,
Thank you.
Looks like Danielle McCall didn't get everything on that shot. Looked like maybe a little too high in her netting, and she missed a shot.
And a little bit of fumbling around with the ball by Wayne Valley there. Losing possession a couple of times. Hills might be able to bring it back, and Danielle McCall does get possession back. Running down the right side of the field, going to turn around on the left with the Wayne Valley defense meeting her there, passing it out, going really nowhere, but Holly Clancy does pick it up in the center of the field, rushing now down the right side, shoots and misses, but is able to be picked up by Wayne Hills again, trying to get something against this Wayne Valley defense, which has really shown up today. Still trying to make something, though. Now back with Danielle McCall, trying to make some kind of opening in the middle, and passes it out to the right. Further down the right, trying to move it around, trying to create some kind of opening here against Wayne Valley. An opening shows up, and looks like it was a score by Wayne Hills, making this game 14-7.
Nice patience by the Wayne Hills offense right there to score a goal. The only thing is, when you're down by 8 goals, you can't really have any patience. They need to put a little more speed into their game, try to score ASAP.
Absolutely, and right now, Wayne Hills really wants to try to capitalize on that goal, maybe keep some of that momentum with them. Both players meeting for the face-off again. And Jared, hopefully this Wayne Hills team will be able to turn around with 6 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock. Tossed up. It looks like Hills was able to maintain possession there. Running it down the field. And a foul was called against Wayne Valley here. Will go to Wayne Hills. Game has started back up. They're trying to create some kind of opening. but the foul was called because she crossed into the goalkeeper's area. But we'll maintain possession here. Hills in a prime position to score, and blocked by the Wayne Valley goalkeeper. Wayne Hills does get possession. Looks like a collision that was called on Wayne Valley. The Hills player still down.
It looks like she's slow to
Looks
get
like
up.
to be number 8, Lexi Patania. The Hills leader in assists currently. But looks like she can stay in the game, and right now is in a prime position to score. Shoots. And scores. Lexi Patania making this game 14-8.
Still trying to get back to that 1 goal per minute range. It looks like they're down by 6 with 5 minutes remaining.
Well, 1 goal a minute is enough to ask for, but 2, that's a little bit much there. And I mean, right now, Hills has done a great job trying to bring this game back, but right now I think the margin is still just a little bit too wide to get comfortable.
I agree with you. I think Wayne Valley might be sweating a little bit, but I don't think it's too much to sweat about.
And the face-off ball is tossed up, and a foul is already called on Wayne Valley to give it immediately to Wayne Hills. Wayne Hills running down the middle. Cuts in deep, open field. Probably able to make a shot here. Doesn't, and passes it out. And a foul was called.
Gotta wake up and let the kids decide the game, ref.
Looks like it'll be for Wayne Hills here. So Wayne Hills, yet again, in a prime position to score here. From the foul line, they might be able to do it with 4 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. Where Wayne Valley really just wants to stall for time right now as the game is winding down. A nice pass out to the middle, a shoot, and scores. Great job by the Wayne Hills offense to score again, making it 14-9.
And that's only a 5-goal game, so we're seeing a major push towards the end of the game for Wayne Hills.
Absolutely, and right now Hills, although 19-4, they have been on a roll here with scores, where really this should have shown up earlier in the game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know where these goals weren't coming earlier in the game. I think that if they were scoring this early in the game, I think it would be a different narrative.
Absolutely, and right now, the face-off popped up. Valley getting up, almost got possession there. And the Hills player down on the ground yet again. Again, Lexi Patania. But Valley gets possession. And scratch that. Looks like Hills is going to get possession here as the ref overturned the call.
It looks like they were unhappy with that call, but it is what it is.
Looks like running down the right side, trying to cut in the middle. And the ball knocked out of Lexi Patania's stick. Now running down the right side of the field, has some defenders coming in, trying to stop her advance. And knocked on the ground here. Valley going to resume, take possession of the ball here. Valley maintaining possession of the ball, but Hills able to pick it up. Hills maintaining possession, moving towards the middle. A great pass. Almost open, but loses possession, and a foul is called. with 2 minutes and 24 seconds into the game.
Yeah, they took too long to get the ball back from Valley right there, and I think that stall where it took so long to get the ball back, I think it's going to be ultimately too much for Wayne Hills to overcome.
I'm just beginning to think it's wrong. I don't know. Looks like the ref's arguing a little bit right there on where the foul went to. It looks like in the end it's going to Valley with 2 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. Now,
very big burst of speed. She went down the field in a matter of seconds.
absolutely, and Valley really trying to get down the field here. And, you know, if they can waste some time, which, hold on here, I don't think the clock is actually moving. I think, yeah, the clock is not actually moving, staying at 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Well, that's a little bit of an error.
As they say, every second counts.
Yeah, absolutely. And the clock did not start for that. The clock now winding down to 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the rest of this game. 14-9 with Hills down by a wide margin. And of course the gap has shortened, but not nearly enough. A little bit of hassle with the clock here, but did get winded down, so I think it is fine. And right now it looks like the Valley coach is really trying to argue for this clock here. Valley coach still trying to make a plead here with the clock. But it looks like it is going to be staying at 2:24. And the game resumes with Valley holding possession here. Trying to make a case on the left side, but not getting very close. Spreading out the offense here. Trying to create a hole in the Hills defense, which has happened before. But I think they're tightening up now. A weird pass out to the left side of the field. Right now it just looks like she's going to pass it out to the right. If she can get in quick enough, she might have a gap that she can move through now. And it does look like the Hills defense has spread out a little bit more to the left side of the field than the right, which is quite a big opening. But it looks like it's just come over now. With Hills really trying to rush. Looks like Valley just trying to time waste here, which they can do with such a big gap in such little time.
Yeah, there should be no reason to force any issues here. What they should be doing is just trying to minimize the passes and turnovers and just...
And looks like Valley's going to rush into the center and misses by only a slight margin.
They should really be sitting on their lead here.
And right now it looks like the play is going to begin again with Valley holding possession of the ball here. Still just trying to pass it around, just trying to maintain time here. And just trying to keep this in a steady game. And right now, the clock winding down, Valley just keeping possession. Nothing much else is going to come except for that, with the Valley player wide open in the middle to make the score.
Seems a little excessive to try to run up the score with 41 seconds left in an obvious lead.
Well, if you're that good, why not showboat at this point? And the score, 15-9, with 41 seconds on the clock, and this game is pretty much good as over.
Yeah.
And a very unfortunate, looks like it's going to be a loss to Wayne Hills here, going to make their overall 6-5, while Wayne Hills is going to go up 9-2. And looks like Valley's just going to bring in some substitutes and is just going to wind down this game here.
Looks like that's correct.
Ball goes up in the air. Valley maintaining possession. 38 seconds on the clock. Pushing forward even though they really don't need to here. Might as well just go for some consolidation points. Fumbled and the goalkeeper gets it, but it's 29 seconds. Clock still winding down here. Valley got possession again, but they lost it. With Hills just rushing down the field, trying to spread out, trying to get them not to score any more points. Throwing it forward, and the Valley player lost her stick in the contact. Just throwing it forward, trying to get as far deep in as they can, with Valley players closing in, but 4 seconds left, and the clock stops with heavy contact at 3 seconds. And looks like, again, Lexi Patania is knocked down for the third time in this game. It's been a very rough game for her.
Yeah, definitely a very physical game with a lot of girls getting knocked down.
The game restarts 2-1, and the game is over. And that's the game. Hills loses 15-9. And by the looks of it, we have a possible injury at the end of the game with Lexi Patania down again, 4th time. And at the end of this game, just down again. Very unfortunate for Wayne Hills today as they lose and go down by a very wide margin in what was expected to be a very close game. What happened here?
I think that Wayne Valley, with their defensive aggression, there's always more than one person, or at least one person, on the ball carrier at a time. Wayne Hills was unable to duplicate that, and I think that's why the score was what it was.
And, you know, Wayne Valley, very dominant in this game here as what looks to be the Wayne Valley boys lacrosse team coming onto the field now. And this was it for this game in girls lacrosse. Wayne Hills versus Wayne Valley, the hometown rivalry, which ended in a bitter loss for Wayne Hills. This is Dylan Oren King and Jacob Pohl signing off for now.